So I'm going to say this as nicely as possible, but we got to be clear here. Bill Maher is a pompous asshole. Bill Maher has a tendency to talk about issues, especially when they're issues involving foreign policy or they're issues that involve us little folk, those of us who are not millionaires or billionaires. He says a lot of things on his show that are just wrong, that are just blatantly wrong. And this time he got checked. He got checked by Killer Mike. Killer Mike is a rapper, an activist, an organizer, very much politically involved. At one point during the Bernie campaigns, he started this group called Black Guys for Bernie. So he is someone that has been in and around among the community, kind of grew up that way, as he explained it, to organize and get involved, to teach, to learn, etc. So he was on Bill Maher's show with Donna Brazile, Miss DNC herself. I don't know how this woman continues to get spotlights. The way this woman went about and admitted to, yeah, you know, we cheated a little bit here and there. I don't understand how this woman continues to get spotlights in these interviews. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But both of them were on Bill Maher's show. And Bill Maher decided to make some comments about Haiti and about Gaddafi. And instantly it shut down. Let's go ahead and bring this in here. Shout out to Case Study QB for doing the damn thing. And I'm so sorry, Case Study, that you had to listen to Bill. Listen to this.
Kill Gaddafi. We knocked him off the motherfucking face.
Sure, absolutely.
Right? Yeah. Right? You're like, absolutely. But as a black person, I saw slavery return to Libya. I saw a man who was willing to help black people in their plight and their struggle by giving billions, ignored. I saw someone who wanted to unite Africa under one currency and have a potentially United States of Africa. And I know how dangerous that is to you of the United States. I saw that crushed. And as an American, I had to shut fuck up, go with the Republic. But that's something, if I ever had a chance to talk to Obama, I'd really say,
so you see Gaddafi good guy?
I see Gaddafi has been not as bad as they said. But I can't see any president I have as a good guy. I love Obama. The symbol of Obama is up in my motherfucking house. He's a black man. He became president, and he did more drone bombings than any other U.S. president before him.
This part right here. Let's start with Gaddafi, and then we'll get to Haiti. Gaddafi, one of the things that he wanted to do is that he wanted to move away from dependency on the West. Gaddafi had this idea of, what if all of us, like some of us, you know, African countries, what if we came together and stopped relying on the West and kind of, you know, came up with our own currency and just worked among each other, right? Kind of similar to what you're hearing about BRICS right now. All the countries that are part of BRICS, and they're entertaining this idea of having their own currency and not depending on the West. I actually think that's a good idea. Problem is, the United States government doesn't feel that way. The United States government sees that as a threat because that would harm the US dollar. So what does the US government do? They have to come after Gaddafi or any other leader who wants to take this type of approach. But they have to sell it to the West. They have to sell it to us. So what they do is they tell you that this person is a dictator. In Gaddafi's case, they said that Gaddafi was killing his own people. If you guys pay attention, they use the same things over and over. This person is killing their own people. This person is a dictator. This person isn't allowing people to have religious freedom. This person is not willing to do trade with the US anymore, and that means we won't be able to sanction them, as Marco Rubio said, just blatantly out in the public. Because that's the reality. When countries move away from the US dollar, that means that the US can't sanction them because they're not using our dollar. So Gaddafi wanted to move away from that. So the US government and Obama, they killed him. Just one of the many leaders that they overthrown abroad. So after Gaddafi is taken out, next thing you know, there's slave trade in Libya. You can look at similarities with Saddam Hussein. The US government takes out Saddam Hussein. Actually, for that one, the excuse they used is that he had weapons of mass destruction, which was false. They come up with different reasons. They took out Saddam Hussein. Next thing you know, that gave rise to ISIS. So ultimately what happens is that the people in those countries are worse off after the overthrow of their leaders than they were before. But the US government doesn't care about that. They just don't want any other country to become a competitor in that way to the United States. This is why they keep going on and on about China. This is why they go on and on about Russia. They don't want that. There is a doctrine called the Wolfowitz Doctrine. This goes way back. And it basically says, in short, that no other power can rise or should be allowed to rise to be a competitor with the West. So that's what a lot of this is all about. Bill Maher, of course, he buys into a lot of the corporate media Western hoopla, doesn't do any research for himself. He's just a walking Western puppet. Doesn't look into what Gaddafi wanted to do and what he was trying to do for the people in Libya. So he buys into a lot of that stuff. So I see someone as Bill Maher as a puppet. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if he knows the truth about some of these things, but he's playing the game because that's what he's paid to do. So Killer Mike is explaining to him that Obama killed all those kids in Libya. Yes, he did. He's explaining to him that, Gaddafi wasn't what they said that he was. So these kind of things are not supposed to be said on a show like Bill Maher's, but Killer Mike got it out and he got it out fast enough. Now let's continue on. Wait, it gets better.
He and Hillary Clinton disturbed a country called Libya, in which you used to have a free house, free education, free, and now it's not free anymore. And there are people who look like me that aren't free. So as much as I love my republic,
it was a very repressive dictatorship.
I hear what you're saying. We're living.
So do you hear that? He said a repressive dictatorship. So Bill Maher repeats the lies of the West.
Have a free house, free education, free, and now it's not free anymore. And there are people who look like me that aren't free. So as much as I love my republic,
it was a very repressive dictatorship.
I hear what you're saying. We're living under one now. We ain't storming the fucking White House.
It was not. You know what?
There's ICE walking down American neighborhoods.
Okay, if you think that's the same as Libya,
I didn't say the same. I said repressive.
But let's have some perspective.
If you look at older videos of Libya when Gaddafi was still in power, it looks a lot safer than it does now. A lot safer than it does now. The US government, they overthrow these leaders. They destroy these countries. They destroy them. And they don't care about the people there. For the longest time, they used to use this phrase of the women and the children. That doesn't work anymore. So they come up with other excuses. They don't care about the women and the children. Hell, if Gaza is not an example of that, I don't know what to tell you. They don't care what happens to them after the fact. They want control and power. They want to be the dominant force. They want to police the entire world, and they will wreak havoc upon any country that they see is not going to go along with their agenda. And by the way, that agenda also includes the greater Israel. So everybody pay close attention to Northern Africa as well. I know we've been talking a lot about what's happening in the Middle East and the Arab countries and the greater Israel plan, but also pay attention to what's happening in Northern Africa, because there's unrest there as well. When we talked about Sudan and the genocide that's happening in Sudan, there's a gentleman, he came onto the show and he explained, well, that's also a part of the greater Israel plan. So the West is wreaking havoc all over the world. Bill Maher doesn't like what Killer Mike said here, but that's the truth. Bill Maher is just a rich puppet who sits behind this desk and does this show and gets a lot of money for it because he doesn't buck the system. Do people understand? He doesn't challenge power in any way. And that's why he gets to stay there. And he's paid to stay there.
Perspective.
All right.
I'm enjoying this.
Because it's very,
before y'all go smoke.
Well,
I'm enjoying this. I really like this.
It's very easy to lose.
And when the emails came out, the emails said essentially we were doing it for the French. Like, how long do the French get to fucking live off Haiti, Libya, West Africa? How long before you got to ante up what's in the Louvre?
The French are still living off Haiti?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see what I mean? This is what I mean. Like, Bill Maher does not know. A lot of times he doesn't know what he's talking about, but he comes across as this arrogant person. He always thinks he knows what he's talking about, but he doesn't. Yes, the French are still living off Haiti. And then you have Donna Brazil here, who, again, is blasphemy. This woman sat up there and told you, yes, we cheated. We did some things behind the scenes, the DNC. And yeah, we didn't want Bernie to get there. So we did this kind of stuff. And this woman is still given a platform till this day. She's still invited on the shows, and people just want to just push this aside and act like she didn't do what she did. It's shameful. It actually is. So let's get to the Haiti piece here. So again, like I said, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Ante up what's in the Louvre.
The French are still living off Haiti?
Oh, yeah.
Well, why can't they fix it then?
Why can't Haitians fix it?
No, the French. If the French are still involved.
There's no interest in color. Don't you read France Fanon? Did you read Rich of the Earth? You dated enough black women to know this shit. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, the French,
you got to tell them at night.
The French pulled out of Haiti like in 1806.
No, what I'm saying, though, is Haiti has been punished since 1806. Frederick Douglass wrote about this, too, for being an example that you can without colonizers. And to end colonization is going to take some form of violence. I think anyone who threatens colonies or the colonists are crushed. So whether Gaddafi was ultimately, in my eyes, good or bad,
I mean, the people
he was better than what they have now.
The people who have been repressing the people in Haiti for a very long time are not French.
Shouldn't me?
Once again, doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going to show you this because we're going to break it down with data here. But let me put his face back up here because I'm talking about him right now. Just another pompous, arrogant asshole. Bill Maher, Haiti, I have to say this over and over again. One country in particular that has been through a lot of havoc, devastation, imperialism is Haiti. In my opinion, I believe that Haiti is still being punished because Haiti had a revolution. It was the Haitian Revolution where Haitian slaves rose up and they won. And I feel like that is why Haiti till this day is still being punished alongside with resources there as well. Because despite what people tell you, they'll say it's a third world country, but they won't tell you about all the resources that are there that the US stole and France stole. So yes, France is still living off of Haiti today. Just like France is still living off of Niger. We talked about this a year ago. That there's so much uranium in Niger, but most of it is going to France, not to the people in Niger. They're thieves. Emmanuel Macron, he's a thief. The West has been doing this. They steal. Let's go on.
Time are not French.
Shouldn't me?
They're other Haitians. You don't really.
They're Haitians that are put into
Papa
place.
Doc Duvalier
let's
was
not act
French.
like we don't put dictators into place.
Okay, but they're not French.
Yeah, I was about to say, we help them come to power.
They're not French. They're not Americans. They are Haitians.
So the benefit is.
But the U.S. puts them in that place. The U.S. put in a Western puppet in Haiti. Just like they're trying to do with Venezuela right now. They want to overthrow Maduro to put in a puppet that they want, who is going to go along with their agenda and is also going to have some type of alliance with Israel, which they already told you. So Bill Maher, again, just ridiculous, just uneducated arrogance. And somehow this guy continues to have this show. And I wonder how Haitian Americans, anyone Haitian seeing this, I wonder how you feel right now. Imagine bringing up, but they have dictators and da-da-da, when the U.S., the United States government, has been stealing from your country for decades. When France has been stealing from your country. Just siphoning off your resources while your people are living in poverty. And the Western countries are getting fat and rich. Imagine that. Imagine this arrogance that this man has.
They're Haitians.
No benefits go to the French from Haiti anymore.
Tell me what. I'm not aware of that.
I'm just saying, Haiti still
tell me, what's going on?
As far as I know, Haiti's still sending money to France, that's all.
Sending money?
Falling apart. That's what I know.
Okay.
And we need to do more to help countries like Haiti.
He said sending money. Bill Maher said sending money after Killer Mike said, as far as I know, Haiti is still sending money to France. He said sending money. See, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know that, yes, France is still living off of Haiti. We'll let Donna finish this up here.
Haiti's still sending money to France, that's all.
Sending money?
Falling apart. That's what I know.
Okay.
And we need to do more to help countries like Haiti, especially.
So what's to do more? I would say we need to reparate countries we've colonized. There's a payment to be made to help countries get. So we took Libya. What have we done to help their country become democratic and get back in a better state? What have we done to help Haiti do it? Haiti is the reason we got Louisiana and West of that. America really owes Haiti. We kicked the French's ass so bad, it was like, fuck this, we'll sell New Orleans. Y'all have the Saints, y'all have Donna.
I mean, you can stay mad at the past forever, but at some point you got to move forward and make things better in the future.
I'm not saying I want to move forward. I'm just saying put something in my pocket for your socket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me have something for my move forward. That's how we do it for other nations.
And it's not even just about the past, because I want to show you something here. So Bill Maher's like, that's the past, just move forward and let it go. Let me ask you a question. Does Bill Maher let the Israel issue go? Because you see, especially ever since October 7th, when people bring this up on Bill Maher's show, does he let go of the Holocaust? Does he let go of any of those things? No, he don't. But when it comes to other group of people, Bill Maher wants you to let that go. See how that works? Let me show you something that Haiti has been doing for France. Shout out to Jay Sky. He's correct. Haiti had to pay billions in reparations to France to be able to interact with the rest of the global economy. And America has installed dictator after dictator since the early 1900s. You are an independent news site, yet you refuse to do any basic research on Black history. You can follow the money during the pandemic just fine, but somehow you're completely ignorant about this history. Seems like you are being intentionally ignorant, which would make you part of the problem. And he's responding to this account, Vigilant Fox. This is another one of those conservative accounts that is elevated by Elon Musk that continues to spread lies. And Jay is right. When it came to the pandemic, when it came to that type of stuff, this account was on it. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the history of this, But when it comes to these issues, all of a sudden that account seems to not be able to do any research and doesn't know anything. And I really want to know who's behind these accounts. This one, Cat Tard, that Wall Street Apes, whatever. I really want to know who's behind these accounts, because you notice they never show their face. So that's who Jay is responding to, but you can see it here. This is from the United Nations. In an in-depth 2022 investigation by the New York Times, they found that Haiti's payments to France amounted to the modern equivalent of roughly $560 million. Had that money been retained in Haiti and invested domestically, it could have added more than $20 billion to the country's economy over time, according to some economists. So the French enslaved Haitians, and instead of France paying reparations to Haiti, Haiti has been paying reparations to France. That's facts, Bill Maher. If you want to just talk about the past, okay, so let's take a look at the past. Let's talk about what Woodrow Wilson did to Haiti. You guys know about this? This is the U.S. occupation of Haiti. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Since Bill Maher seems to not know anything all of a sudden, 330 U.S. Marines were ordered to invade Haiti on July 28, 1915, following a coup and the lynching of Haitian President Jean Rembrandt Song. This action by President Wilson would begin the 19-year-long occupation of the small island nation of Haiti, which had previously been independent for over 100 years. The Wilson's administration, I'm gonna make this bigger for you guys, if it'll let me. Okay. The Wilson's administration, the motivations for occupying Haiti were threefold. Haiti's location offered military advantages. The U.S. wanted to dominate the Haitian economy, and the U.S. could offer moral and social development to Haitians. The presence of the U.S. military in Haiti would deter European nations from intervening in the Western Hemisphere, as stated in the Roosevelt corollary to the Monroe Doctrine. Unfortunately for Haiti, the timing of the occupation led to miscommunication, lack of direction, and hostility. The management of the intervention was pushed to the side when the U.S. joined World War I, and this negligence led to inquiries and investigations, as well as riots of 1918 to 1919. Let's go on a little bit more here. Overall, Haiti has benefited very little from U.S. occupation. The infrastructure accomplishments fell into disrepair. Haitian politics reverted back to the spoils system that had been so prevalent before 1915, and the occupation failed to establish Haiti as an economic and political power, which was the plan. During this occupation, you should know that the U.S. government also took over control of Haiti's banking. So when people point their fingers at Haiti and say they're poor, it's third world country, you need to make sure that you look at the history of what happened to Haiti. And then there's even more. Let's fast forward a little bit. Put Woodrow aside. Do we really want to go into what happened with the Red Cross scam after the earthquake? In search of the Red Cross, $500 million in Haiti relief. This money that just seemed to disappear very quickly, right? The Red Cross vowed to help Haitians rebuild, but after 5 years, the Red Cross legacy in Haiti is not new roads or schools or hundreds of new homes. It's difficult to know where all the money went. This was another one. Another one here. Money mismanaged. NPR and ProPublica went in search of the $500 million and found a string of poorly managed projects, questionable spending, and dubious claims of success, according to a review of hundreds of pages of the charity's internal documents and emails, as well as interviews with a dozen current and former officials. So Haiti has been destroyed in many different ways. This is one of the reasons why I tell you guys don't donate to the Red Cross. There's a difference between charity and mutual aid. Mutual aid is horizontal infrastructure. Charity is top down. And even in these charitable organizations, there's someone at the top and they're making a lot more money than the people working underneath them. They still can't tell you what happened to $500 million that was supposed to go to rebuild Haiti after that earthquake. So the Red Cross, the United States government, and France destroyed Haiti. Bill Maher would know that if he did research. But hell, Bill, you don't even realize how many homeless people are living right in Los Angeles because you don't venture over into other parts. So that goes to tell you how closed-minded and how shut out he is. I think that interview there with Killer Mike and Bill Maher it's a mask off moment for Bill Maher, because I don't think he realized that Killer Mike knows a lot about history. Killer Mike isn't just a rapper. He's an activist. He's an organizer. And yes, he knows the history. So you got exposed, Bill. Bill. Exposed. Crazy times we're living in, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, someone just said it here too. Sir Knight said Killer Mike is that exactly. You know, I don't think Bill Maher knew exactly who he was about to talk to. Hey guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.